We've all had situations in our life where we've been shocked, betrayed, traumatized, manipulated, or abused in one way or another. We can all agree that the emotional gravity of these situations create very strong impression in our biology. In fact, the stronger the emotional reaction to a person, problem, or experience, the more altered internal we become. When this type of upset occurs, our internal alarm system switch on, and in doing so, because the event is so threatening or painful, the brain freezes the frame and takes a snapshot of the external event. We could say then that the brain has captured a moment in time, a moment which actually no longer exists. And in the process, the event becomes neurologically embossed in the brain. Another way of saying this is that the event has left a physical impression in our biology, and we call this a long-term memory. The side effect of this shock to the system is that because of the strength of the emotion, the stress chemical that cause us to live in a survival are triggered, because those chemicals, which are end product of emotion, are so unpleasant. We do whatever we can do to avoid them. The ironic part is that in trying to avoid them, we keep reliving and revisiting the memory of the event over and over again. And now we're stuck in a loop of thinking and feeling the very emotion that we don't want to feel. The process is how the conditioning process begins, by continuously experiencing a thought and a feeling, an image and an emotion, and in a stimulus and a response. In this repetitive process, not only is the memory logged in the brain, but additionally the emotion or feeling is being conditioned into the body. This is also how the body becomes beholden to chemical instruction, and as a result, and the body becomes subconsciously conditioned to be the mind of that emotion. Now the trauma lives in the body as well as the brain. Because the body is so objective, it doesn't know the difference between the actual experience that originally created the emotion and the brain's memory that is creating that emotion. If thoughts are the language of the brain and feelings are the language of the body, and how we think and how we feel make our state of being, then it makes sense that this person's entire state of being is becoming hardwired and emotionally conditioned to that past. By recalling this same memory over and over again, we are firing and wiring the same circuit into the neural network, causing them to fire more automatically the next time, which makes it easier to remember that painful past. Additionally, the same feeling will be easier to create because the body has been manufacturing the same chemical and hormones every day as a result of the emotion of fear, anger, hostility, frustration, pain, suffering, and so on, because they are derived from the stress hormone and emergency system of survival. The brain tells the body to prepare for the event in case it happens again. Now guess what happened? Guess what sum total of this entropic process is? Our entire perception of the world becomes based on that memory. That is what keeps the body connected to the past. In other words, we will see the world equal to the story we tell ourselves about the past.